a payment of 1 million, there's a payment of 19 million.
From me?
Yes, that is what is on the website.
This vessel right here is an oil tanker, formerly known as Ali Razor Bay, now empty tour. Back in early July 2023, it was reportedly caught with stolen crude oil, 150,000 metric tons of it, at an area near Oporosa community. But this was not the first time. According to early investigations carried out, an oil cartel had been using this vessel to smuggle crude oil out of Nigeria for over 10 years. When it was caught and arrested, the vessel somehow managed to get away from the EFCC and magically reappeared with a different name. Take a look at these pictures. These were taken by the security operatives that caught the vessel during one of its many trips stealing Nigerian crude. But what is even more interesting is the big question: who owns the vessel?
Captain, who owns this crude oil that you are taking? Who owns it?
It's Olam.
Where is the company located?
Lagos.
What is the name of the person who owns the company? Sonny.
Now, we had to find a way to verify what this guy was saying. Was he just calling some names in order to get away from this situation? It turns out he wasn't. Further investigations were carried out on the ownership of this vessel, and it appears the company he mentioned was registered by this guy, Henry Coker. This is the director of the company, or should I say, one of them. So to begin, who is Mr. Henry Coker?
To be frank with you,
Yes, sir.
Holap is a company that I formed with my cousin, right? It's a combination of my name, Henry Coker, my wife, Linda Coker, my cousin, James Coker, or Olu Coker, and his wife, his late wife.
Henry Coker is a director of Crowley Marine and Energy Limited, a company he founded with a certain Sonny Anoge. Investigations reveal that Crowley Marine and Energy Limited was incorporated on the 17th of August 2010 with the company registration number displayed right here. This is the company's legal address, somewhere in Warri, Delta State of Nigeria. Interestingly enough, there are two other companies linked to Mr. Henry Herbert Coker. H&D Cargo Maritime Limited is a private company limited by shares. This company was incorporated 11 years ago on September 21st, 2012 with this company registration number right here. It is located somewhere in Lekki, Phase 1 of Lagos State, Nigeria. However, the company that caught my attention was this one, Holab Maritime Services Limited, a private company incorporated 14 years ago on the 23rd of April 2009, just a few years before this vessel began operations in Nigeria. It turns out Holab Maritime Services Limited was registered by Henry Coker with a 25 million naira share per capita. This was the company mentioned as the culprit of this oil theft operation. It is also located in Lagos, Nigeria. Remember, this vessel started its journey from Lagos, Nigeria. Now, let's talk about Sonny Anoge. Who is he? Mr. Sonny Ogenevo Anoge Jr. was born on the 21st of December 1969. He is listed as the director of Crowley Marine and Energy Limited. There are also bank records and transactions linking both Mr. Sonny and Mr. Henry Coker. But is Sonny Anoge a business partner on this whole venture? Or is their partnership limited to just Crowley Marine and Energy Limited? Let's listen to what Mr. Coker had to say.
Since 2013, I left them. I relinquished my shares, even left the vessel with them. When we bought that vessel, it was called, the bank assisted us, the GT Bank then, and they're even aware those documents of relinquishing should be with GT Bank. So I left them since 2013, and I was wondering how come the CAC did not update. So I'm pretty sure whatever happened, is they probably went to dig, and when they dig, they see, okay, it is Holab Maritime that bought the vessel, right?
Yeah.
And then one of the owners, I am the one because I'm older actually than my cousin. So ordinarily when families they want to, they'll just say, okay, you'll be like the head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I left the company since 2013. I left it, and I was doing my own business, which I know I have even gone to school for. It is called bunkering.
Okay. So when you said you left them, you left together with your wife?
Oh, I left to my wife. Of course, my wife will go with me. As a matter of fact, my lawyer is my same lawyer. He's the one that registered the company for me.
Okay.
When we even registered the company, my cousin was in Port Harcourt. So we came to Lagos and we started working together based on the fact that, okay, we registered the company. One of my partners, because it's an international operation, bunkering, it's an international thing. We had international clients. He even supported me to buy a vessel then in Holland. But the vessel had not gotten to Nigeria. We had movement problem before the vessel got back. So that vessel that even came, eventually when the vessel came to Nigeria, not even this Tora 3 that they are using, when that one I went to buy in Holland came, and then we had this misunderstanding. My share, it came bad, but I had no option than to take whatever I could take for now and then go and start my own life. Yeah, so that vessel was with me, although I sold it later on. It was really having issues. But the vessel we bought together, it was called Ali Reserve, not even Tora 3. It's after I left them that they changed it, I think, to Tora 3, a bit Tora 2, as I used to hear. But, we don't really have, I don't do any business with them, frankly.
Okay, so can you once again confirm that you said you left them? The them in question, you mean your cousin?
My cousin, his wife, and Sonny, the other guy that came in eventually.
Okay, the other guy that came, can you confirm the full name again? Sonny who?
His name is Sonny Anoge.
Okay.
So, Mr. Sonny Anoge was part of Holab Maritime Services Limited after all. It's then safe to say that these people have more than one business together. But if Mr. Cooker said he left the company in 2013, who was calling the shots? Hold on, there is more.
Do you know one Roland Ulrich Weimi?
No, I don't know any Roland.
You mentioned that you left the place in 2013, and some of the records we have actually show that sometime in 2015 and 2016, Holab Maritime Limited made some payments to Crawley Marine and Energy Limited, which is the one you own.
Crawley Marine?
Yes, Crawley Marine.
There was a company that we were trying to have a second one. That was a Crawley Marine, but we never really used it though. I can't remember using it with them.
But we have such information at our disposal that in 2015 there is no particular date to it. Twice, once one was paid, there was a payment of 21 million, there's a payment of 19 million, and then there's another one somewhere.
From me?
From Holab to Crawley Marine and Energy Limited.
And Crawley Marine is owned by me?
Yes, that is what is on the website.
Are you kidding me?
Crawley Marine and Energy Limited.
No. With the same three of us that actually started using it. So I probably left before they used that one. No?
Okay.
I'm not a member of. I left. Then the major one we're using was Holab Maritime.
So are you saying you have no knowledge of Crawley Marine and Energy Limited?
I know we tried to open a company called Crawley Marine as a second company to be using anyway.
Okay.
But, yeah. No, actually, it was their idea, so they were still. I'm sure they were still using it, maybe on their own. Yeah.
Okay.
According to Mr. Cooker, he left both Holab Maritime Services and Crawley Marine. So, where do we turn to? Here with me is the certified true copy of the company's registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, look who CSE says the director of the company is. Interestingly, Henry Herbert Cooker. This copy was generated on the 11th of July 2023. In all the CSE documents, there was no mention of the name Sonny Anoge. So, again, who is he? According to the private investigations carried out on Holab Maritime Services Limited and Mr. Sonny Anoge, Holab Maritime Services Limited is owned by Nigerian businessman Henry Cooker and other members of his family. The company has accounts with GTB with this account number right here. Sorry, I can't display everything to you. And this is the company's tax identification number. Here is the phone number attached to his bank details. it also belongs to a certain Mr. Henry Herbert Cooker. But if he is no longer with this company, how are these details still bearing his names? The investigations carried out also revealed suspicious transactions suspected to be business dealings between Holab Maritime Services Limited and public office holders and companies allegedly owned by some top politicians in the country. On 16th of March 2016, Holab Maritime Services Limited, with this account number here, domiciled in Zenith Bank, witnessed an inflow of 15 million naira from an immediate past House of Reps member for Ogeli in Delta State. This person was a House of Rep member in the Nigerian National Assembly. Also, on the 12th of September 2016, the same account witnessed outflows of 20 million naira, 20,860,000 naira, and 12 million naira respectively, totaling 52,860,000 naira in favor of a certain Dawson-based integrated services. The company is said to be owned by another top politician from Bayelsa State. Then in October 2016, this Dawson-based integrated services received 38 million naira from Holab. There were in all a total of 60 million naira sent to Dawson-based integrated services in November 2016 alone, all from Holab. Another company called Chisom Oil and Gas Company Limited paid 20 million naira to Holab on the 20th of October 2016. This company is owned by a politician who at the time was a member of the Abia State House of Assembly. Holab Maritime Services Limited also received a windfall of 42 million naira from Chisom Oil and Gas Company Limited on the 10th of November 2016. But there are more companies that have patronized Holab in the past. Here is a long list of companies suspected to have patronized Holab in one oil business deal or the other. It's a long list, which means this is a very profitable company. They've been in business for quite some time. But if Mr. Cooker says he left in 2013, again, who has been the one directing all of these businesses? One critical thing that will help us solve this puzzle is the financial records. Let's follow the money. According to analysis carried out on the Holab Maritime financial records, there are two very important persons in this company. They possibly run the company. There are Sonny Anoge Ogenevo and Roland Boro. Sorry, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this name. Roland has an account with Zenith Bank with the following account number. Majority of his inflows come from Holab Maritime Services Limited. He also has an account with First Bank with this account number right here. These two received large deposits from Holab. The amount of money received from Holab in 2011 by Roland totals over 380 million naira. And then in 2012, that amount ballooned to 434,910,000 naira from Holab Maritime Services. Roland also got another 323 million naira through a series of transactions from Holab in 2016. But 2018 was his best year yet, as he got a bountiful harvest of 500,825,000 naira, courtesy of Holab Maritime Services Limited. But this is all transactions between Roland and Holab. So how about Sonny? Let's see his own records. Sonny Anoge started the company Crowley Energy Limited with Mr. Cooker, and his financial records seem to suggest he currently has main ownership of Holab. According to an analysis of funds in his account, there were companies paying money into Sonny's personal account and doing the same into Holab's account. There were also multiple movements of cash between him and Roland and a particular company known as Bela Energy and Gas Limited. Additionally, there are financial links between Sonny and Henry Cooker. Like in 2015, when Holab Maritime Services Limited, with this account number right here, domiciled in Zenith Bank, witnessed an outflow of 21.5 million naira in favor of Crowley Marine and Energy Limited, a company owned by Henry Herbert Cooker and Sonny Anoge. In another transaction in 2015, Holab Maritime Services, with this account number right here, domiciled in Zenith Bank again, witnessed an outflow of 19.8 million naira, again in favor of Crowley Marine and Energy Limited. Also in December 2016, Holab Maritime Services Limited, with this account number domiciled in Zenith Bank, witnessed another outflow of 35 million naira in favor of Crowley Marine and Energy Limited. You see, Mr. Henry Cooker may have left Holab and Crowley, but his financial transactions show that he has yet another company that is deep into oil business. Dark Orchid Enterprises Limited is owned by Mrs. Cooker Linda and Mr. Henry Cooker. Guess what? The company was registered about the same time he claims to have left Holab and Crowley. According to public records, Dark Orchid Enterprise was registered on December 7th, 2012. So, what has Mr. Henry Cooker been up to with this company? There were transactions worth $46,887 and another for $36,237. There was another transaction worth 20 million naira. And there are so many more transactions for what business purposes I do not know. So, whether or not Mr. Cooker was in fact in business with Sonny and Holab, I'll leave you to ponder on. What we do know for a fact is that he was in business, Sonny was also in business, and Holab had a lot of deals that deserves more investigations. But with all that established, we need to know how much the business clients of Holab know about this company's business operations, especially the illegal ones, because for a company to engage in oil theft of this magnitude and avoid any suspicion for this long, money must have changed hands somewhere. Someone must be somewhere protecting them. The question is, who?